Good morning, everyone on YouTube. So, good news on my book. It was actually just under a bunch of papers. So, that made me feel silly. But, so today, I wanted to talk about looking at yourself in an emotional way and in a physical way as well. Both are pretty healthy for you. Emotionally, it takes a little bit more work. You kind of have to sit down and see what's going on in your life. It can be helpful to write it down and, write your feelings out. So, having a journal can be really helpful. I have one. I don't write in it as much as I should. But I'm a very expressive person, so I talk to everybody who's willing to listen to me about what's going on in my life. And write it down and, kind of start going over whatever issues you feel that you might have, maybe. Figure out a way to overcome those issues. If you're, if you're depressed, there could be several reasons why you're depressed. Maybe you're not happy with your job. Maybe you're lonely. There's tons of reasons why you could be depressed, but start looking at the reasons why you might be and try to overcome those. If you are alone, I know it can be difficult sometimes, but working towards getting out into the community more is definitely helpful. Majority of us have jobs, so setting up times to go hang out with your coworkers, that's always a good thing. And I found a lot of times if you're open enough, they're willing to do that. I mean, you work with them all the time, and if you get along with them, they usually don't mind hanging out after work and maybe on the weekends or whatever days off that you have, do some kind of activity. And so the second thing is looking at yourself in physical form. I do this. It feels weird at first, but I have mirrors on the walls, and I literally look at myself and tell myself that I'm good enough, and that, basically that I'm good enough. I'm not down below anybody. I don't feel that I'm above anybody, but I'm good enough to be around people. I'm good enough the way that I am. And, if you do happen to, I'm not saying that you do, but if you do happen to have a physical appearance that you're not super happy with, maybe you have a little bit of too much weight, or maybe you're underweight, those are pretty easy things to overcome. If you're overweight, you want to lose weight, go to the gym. I mean, I go to the gym. If you're underweight, you probably want to eat more and maybe possibly go to the gym as well. But after a while, looking at yourself in the mirror, you start to actually believe when you tell yourself, and it does something to your mind, versus having somebody else telling you, because I feel like a lot of us have grown up having people tell us, you are good enough. And then there's the ones that tell you you're not good enough. And those are the ones that really get in our mental status and start bringing us down. But it is possible for us to bring ourselves back up and to start feeling better. Like I said, if there is something, physical appearance, you can always work on it. It helps. But just knowing what it is and working on it, and then after a while, once you see changes, you'll start feeling more confident, and it'll be very easy to look at yourself and say, I am moving forward. I am the best that I can be at this point in my life. And that's pretty much what you want to do. And that helps your mental status. It starts triggering positive thoughts in your mind, instead of the negative ones that a lot of us have all the time. I don't know if a lot of people talk about it, but I know for me, I have these conversations in my mind. It sounds crazy, but I'm pretty sure everybody does it. And we have self-doubt about ourselves. We talk down to ourselves. And basically, the best thing, really what we want to do is try to overcome that and start telling ourselves positive things. And once you do it after a while, you'll actually start believing it because you'll start living it. And that's basically how you progress forward in life. And yeah, you just make it part of your life. So if you like this video or any of the other ones, if you have watched them, like, subscribe, and share. I appreciate it.